What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you. Welcome back to the channel, man. Are the Dolphins trying to force Tua to retire? Guys, I know y'all saw the news, man. Tua has been put on the IR, cannot come back for at least 4 games, and they say Miami may even continue to keep him on the IR. Now, I got to tell you guys, this was devastating news for Tua, because Tua announced he was going to continue to play, and the Miami Dolphins immediately said, you going on IR. I think what we're looking at, guys, is the beginning of an insurance settlement so that the Miami Dolphins can move on from Tua. And guys, they gave him that max deal. You got to use insurance to get around the salary cap. And they're putting him on IR so they don't have to answer questions about them being responsible for his health and safety. Now, Tua is a football player, and I told y'all on my previous video about Tua that Tua should be allowed to keep playing because it should be his decision. But the Miami Dolphins know something more. And I think this is why it took so long for them to pay him the contract that they paid him, because they know there's something more underlying. For Tua to get a concussion on that hit, that lets me know Tua's medical condition is worse than anybody's ever going to know until Tua is long done, finished playing football. I think an insurance settlement is coming, and I think Tua, the only way he can get back on the field, is that if he goes on a media blitz to start having interviews so that people can look at him and see that he's not putting himself in danger by continuing to play football. What do I mean by that? Any interview he can do on the sports channels, podcasts, anything like that, right? So I'm going on somebody's podcast to talk football. Even if I got to go on something like a Nightcap, even if I got to go on a Richard Sherman channel, if I got to go on anybody's podcast, anybody's television station, and just talk to them, give my side of the story, because it's clear what Miami is doing. I don't think we see Tua on the field again this year. So Tua's got to start thinking, what is he going to do beyond the Miami Dolphins? Because I think the Dolphins are done. I may be completely wrong. But I also think, guys, that Tua needs to show some drills that he's practicing how to play, knowing he's concussion prone. And I don't know if that means showing people that he can do drills, that he can process things, showing people that he knows how to slide, showing people that he knows how to throw the ball away, showing people that he can actually process that he is a man that is a high risk now. And in order to gain the confidence, you got to show people that something is going to be different, because that hit shouldn't have knocked him out of the game. And when you see men hand clutching like that after the impact of that hit, which wasn't a bad impact, by the way, Tua got a lot of work to do. And I don't know if he can do anything to change the narrative. And I think we're watching the beginning of the end of Tua now that the Miami Dolphins are using the IR as a mechanism to keep him off of the field, because I think it's going to be extended the whole year. Once the Miami Dolphins did that, it's clear that Tua said he could play. The Dolphins put him on IR. That lets you know, guys, the divorce is beginning. As much as I would love to see Tua play, I thought Miami would have an exciting season this year, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think also, too, every other quarterback that takes off running, you should use this as an example of what not to do. Throw the ball away, get down, get out of bounds, avoid these hits, guys, because these concussions are real. You don't want to be walking around like some of these old players who don't even know where they are. We're seeing the problems with it, and Tua has to understand that he has to go on the speaking circuit now, because I think his professional career is over. That's why I said I think the Miami Dolphins are forcing him to retire. Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about Tua. Do y'all think his career is over? I think his career is over in Miami. Do y'all think he can redeem himself and have people have trust in the fact that he can actually process in this league without continuing to put damage on himself? Y'all let me know, man, what y'all think. Is Jeff crazy or is Jeff on to something? If you hadn't already, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications, and until next time, I'm gonna holler.